Well, yeah, the only thing holding me back from like totally committing to Jesus was I'm gay, and I feel like in the Bible you're not supposed to be gay. So I always feel like me and God don't see eye to eye, on butt stuff.
So I'm curious, not because I'll judge you, but are you just trolling me right now?
No, I'm bisexual, man.
Okay, so here's what the Bible says. Everybody has to come to Jesus, no matter what their sin is. So the person that's gay, the person that's straight, we're all equally in need of God's forgiveness. And no one can change themselves. No one can overcome their sin nature. But God's love can change anything about us and show us who He really created us to be. But it first comes through having a conviction that things have to be God's way instead of our own way. So you can say, if you really come to, if you're being totally 100 with me and being honest and not just trying to be funny or give me a hard time, because sometimes people do that, so I have to throw that in there. If that's the truth, all you have to do is come to Jesus and say, God, I'm not going to let anything get in the way of me following you. I won't let sexuality. I won't let unforgiveness. I won't let. Every single person has their issue. So for example, there's people on this campus that want to hook up with as many women as they want. Well, even though they're not gay, God says you have to let that go. You have to do things my way. There are people on campus that want to just live for themselves or maybe proud or selfish.
Hold on. So I shouldn't hook up with a lot of women then? Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, the Bible calls it fornication. So God intended sexuality to be experienced in love. And love and lust are two different things. What do you think is the difference between love and lust?
That's a good question. You got me there. But I love everybody I hook up with. It just happens to be a lot of people, that's all.
So the difference between love and lust, to help you out here, is that love requires self-sacrifice and what's best for the other person.
Okay.
Lust is what's best for you. So when people are living in a hookup life and a hookup culture, what they're really doing, even if they convince themselves in their mind that they're not, they're using the other person sexually. Because God intended sex to be a commitment of marriage for life, which means that you grow in relationship with one other person, and it takes a lifetime to learn to love another person properly. But when people just engage in sexuality with person after person after person, they're really cheapening this thing that God intended, and they're just living for themselves.
I'm different though, but I'm just trying to have as many kids as possible though, because I think that the true point of life is to spread seed, have a huge family. So I really just want to spread my seed as much as possible, have as many kids as possible, 20, 30. I just like having lots of kids. Is there anything wrong with that? Like having lots of kids?
Well, if you're going from person to person, you're not going to really be able to have kids and be their father, because you're going to be paying like $10,000 of child support or $20,000 of child support. I don't believe you. So the issue is, the reason why God doesn't want you hooking up with person after person, and people can come up with every reason in the book why it's okay, it's because it's wrong. Do you believe rape is wrong?
Well, yeah, of course.
Is murder wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is genocide wrong?
100%.